Welcome, everybody. Ralph Evans here, autoimmuneanswers.com. This weekend I went to a meeting and got up and spoke. And one of my friends told my wife that, wow, Ralph was so brave. He just got right up there and spoke his mind and talked to this guy that is one of our politicians. Oh, cool. Somebody's giving me likes already. Thank you. And I thought about it. And, years ago, I was hiding something. I thought I was doing a pretty good job. I had a significant problem. And it was severe anxiety. And one of the ways, it showed up in many ways, but one of the ways it showed up that was really bugging me, really disturbing, I couldn't take it, was I would get sweaty hands and sweaty feet, and even sweaty body, and it happened with certain situations, certain kinds of weather, and the rooms were warm, or there was no air moving through the room, or all sorts of things, different kinds of people, situations, and yet I put myself in positions where it would be really hard to hide it. One of them was I started studying with this medical intuitive and her team of people, a bunch of medical intuitives, and this hands-on therapy technique, integrative manual therapy, and the work of Sharon Giammatteo. And the crazy thing is all the teachers could see right through me. I mean, they saw stuff. And so they knew I was going through mental and emotional anguish and big spiritual pains, and that I had problems, Of course, everybody has problems, but mine seemed to be pretty big to me. And I would try to find the right people to work with so that, they wouldn't call me out on it and they wouldn't judge me. And I would sit by windows and try to crack the window, but then there'd everybody be like all cold and saying, "Can you close the window?" And I'd be, oh my God. So I was dealing with a lot of stuff. And there's even more that I talk about in my ebook, In Anxiety Forever. And some of the things I did to try to hide it are just amazing. But I put myself in positions where I kept having to confront it. And part of it was I thought, I don't want to be this 80-year-old guy that still has sweaty hands. It's like, that's kind of ridiculous. I got to get over this. I got to figure this out. And so I found that group and it started to change. And, before that, a lot of stuff started to change. I got to be able to run after having a 8-month running problem with a leg issue that went away. And I got my teeth where they no longer had cavities and all sorts of dental problems. So I was getting healthier and healthier. And each step of the way, I was getting less and less anxious, and more where the sweaty hands was getting less and less, still there. But it went away. And then for years, I didn't even dare tell anybody that I had this sweaty hand problem, because for one, I was worried it would come back. And I would, but then I started realizing, wow, it's that really dry, cold weather, really dry, hot weather, and I'm not having my issue. And I'm in classes and I'm not having my issue. And I'm able to get up and speak, and I'm not having these crazy anxiety, panic attack things. But it's like I didn't dare tell anybody. And then about a couple years ago, I started telling people, because, it was time. And this thing wasn't coming back, and I was good, and I could show people how to get rid of this thing. And so now I'm able to do all sorts of stuff. And I think there was a lot of blessings that came from that. Of course, I learned a lot of medical intuitive training and a lot of energetic healing work and a lot of deep inner game work and how to find root causes of all sorts of stuff like this. And what I come to do is help people clear autoimmune conditions. And part of that is there's just a lot of times there's an anxiety component and sometimes a sweaty hand component. And I figured out that. So what I decided to do a few months ago, and it's starting to come more and more into how it's going to manifest, I'm going to do a live training series. And I'm not sure exactly the format, if it's going to be sort of a challenge that every day we meet, or over the course of a few weeks every so often, with a lot of videos and trainings and and my book, the End Anxiety Forever, No More Sweaty Hands ebook. Right now that's only available on my Enlighten Up class, but I'm going to get this really dialed in, and whoever wants to join me, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff to help people clear not only the autoimmune kind of things, which is just on a rampage in the US right now, in the world, but this particular version of stuff, the anxiety and ways it can show up like sweaty hands. So that's what I'm excited about, and I'm going to be doing a lot of work. It'll probably be released in a few weeks, probably mid-April or so, and it's going to be a process. So if you want to go in on the first level of this, there's going to be some cool ways to get videos and trainings and all sorts of information. And I'm going to be asking for your advice about what you're dealing with and what's going on and how it's going, and really dial this in. So you can go to autoimmuneanswers.com and enter your email address, and then I'll let you know as it develops and what how to access this. And if you go to autoimmuneanswers.com, there's a 4-part video series I did a couple years ago about this, and about specifically the autoimmune component, and got some free things for you in that and some 4 video series about it. So you can go there, autoimmuneanswers.com, and grab that. Let me know you're interested. And yeah, so I do have the Enlighten Up and Get What You Want masterclass, the full class with the ebook. But right now, what I'm talking about is this End Anxiety Forever thing that's coming, and I'm going to be asking a lot of you for your advice and information, and really get it figured out for you all. So this is Ralph Havens, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right, bye now.